No, it's the exact opposite of what you did and your team and the Reagan administration did to defeat communism in the Cold War. They're actually flipped it on us, and we've got to do something about this. I can't stomach the idea that our patriotic veterans and our government employees are being forced to invest in things against our values collectively, and they might even be frauds. That's disheartening. That's terrible.
Well, even our former Secretary of the Navy, who's a great American, wrote an editorial in the Wall Street Journal bemoaning this very fact, and just in almost disbelief that his uniformed sailors and soldiers and those of our armed forces more broadly, are going to be unwittingly investing, with no disclosure I might add, investing in the advanced weapon systems trained against them to take them down and their brothers and sisters. I mean, the point is that this is a case where the DF-41 ICBM that featured very prominently in the 70th anniversary Communist Party parade in Beijing was produced by a firm called AVIC. Well, AVIC is in the MSCI All Country World ex-US Index. That's the one that's supposed to go in and be the international fund or benchmark for the thrift savings plan, so that our armed forces, among other things, will be funding ICBMs targeted against their families and American cities and military installations.
That's unconscionable. Roger, thank you so much for helping us bring awareness to this important topic. I know there's some bills that are emerging in Congress where we would put a stop to the thrift savings plan in making investments in China, but that's just the tip of the iceberg, isn't it? Ordinary Americans may unwittingly themselves have money invested in Chinese companies that Wall Street has sold them without regard to our nation's security, our values, or even the proper disclosures necessary to prevent accounting frauds. How can ordinary Americans address this serious threat?
Look, this is our money. We dominate utterly the economic and financial domain on this planet. We have over 60% of the world's liquidity or more in the U.S. capital markets. The size of our capital markets are roughly the size of the rest of the world's combined. This is our sandbox, not theirs. This is our money, not theirs. The point is that they have unfettered, unregulated, undisclosed access to the retirement dollars, the investment dollars of the American people in both stocks and bonds that are going to be our undoing if we don't get a handle on this right away and do the sensible things. I mean, even if we just enforce existing securities laws, even if we just have the SEC at long last do its job on disclosure of material risks like these national security and human rights abuses that are enabled by these Chinese companies that are putting at risk even the share value and corporate reputations of those Chinese companies, and hence everybody that invests in them. If we just had the most sensible, rudimentary steps taken, we could get a gradual handle on this thing right away. Isn't it interesting, Kevin, that you don't see it happening?
Well, we're going to start making it happen. We're going to put all of this in an economic battle plan, and we're going to get out to every American we can find, and we're going to put as much pressure on the SEC and Congress and everyone else to stop funding our adversary and start growing America. Thank you so much for your past service and bringing all of this important information to our attention today.
Thank you, Kevin.